What touched my other arm on the way down?
Nothing.
Okay. I was like halfway down and something touched my arm like here, but on the other side.
The time the REM pod did go off, yeah?
Yeah, and the same time the REM pod went off.
We have discovered an abandoned cemetery not far from where we are tonight. We're picking up Zedd Newton-Whitaker at the train station, and we thought we would put them to use. Zedd is a classic empath. Zedd soaks up the emotions that surrounds them and can share or translate that information into a message. So where Zedd's palette is governed by the emotions in a particular area and the emotions of spirit, mine is governed by energies and audible messages, and I am what you would consider a more physical medium. So we thought we'd film this intro and share that. We're not trying to test Zedd or embarrass Zedd. We want very much to soak up and see what they process in a way that's different than what I do. Do we tell Zedd where they're going?
No.
We're just gonna keep it quiet.
Let's just go. We're just gonna go. We have the candles. We have what we need. We know what we need to know. We know what they're gonna find out.
I think about when I was on Knock Knock Ghost, when I was on TV, they did their best to keep everything from me. And Kyle would come and pick me up and take me to the location. And so the first time you see a psychic tour, this is the first time I've been to that location. So maybe we treat Zedd that way. Zedd, get in the car, shut up, sit back, enjoy
Put the bag
ride.
over in their head.
Yeah, put it back.
No. What did Buddy Matt say? Take suggestion out of it. He likes to take suggestion out of it.
Yeah, Matt
That's what we're gonna
suggested
do.
we take suggestion out of it.
So that's what we'll take over from this book.
Yeah, so we'll do the same.
Hey, what's up?
Not much.
How was your ride?
It was an adventure. That's
Alright.
the most interesting train trip I've had in years.
That's how it happens, right?
Yeah. It's okay though.
Where we at?
Yeah.
So we are at Salem United Church Cemetery. In Burlington. It's also called, I think it's called Devil's Corner Cemetery or something.
Interesting.
While there's a lot of newer graves, it was one of the original pioneer settler cemeteries. But there's portions of this place that have been largely left alone, abandoned, with a lot of unidentified graves. You still got us on night vision?
Yeah.
All right. What we have thought about doing is take Zedd again and do a sensory deprivation experiment. As we were preparing equipment, we heard some guttural tones from inside the cemetery. What would you say that was like, Zedd?
It sounded more like a grumble or a yawn. There wasn't anything intelligible, like I couldn't make out any words or anything, but it was definitely a deeper voice, just kind of making a noise. Maybe almost like you're hearing somebody talking from another room. So.
Yeah. It to me sounded a bit like a throat clearing or a hum.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. All right. Make sure I don't fry the night vision.
I'm trying to avoid.
How we doing?
I'm fine on it. I'm good. Very cool.
All right, you got the headphones?
I do.
So the idea here, maybe I'll tell you after we put these on. No, they don't cancel out every bit of sound. Will just get pretty quiet. Mm-hmm. But you won't hear any of the ambient sounds. You just report what you feel.
Yeah.
It's my loincloth from the George of the Jungle cosplay.
I'm gonna kill this light for a second.
You see that? I'll hold it close.
No.
Okay.
Is that glow in the dark?
No. So yeah, the phasm
Oh.
is
It's UV.
infrared
Yeah.
and ultraviolet.
Hang on. It might be easier for me to take the headphones off completely. And then tie it.
Sorry, I'm probably knotting it in your hair. All right, so the idea here is that we are, to the best of our ability, taking away all of Zedd's natural senses. Sight, sound. So we're using noise canceling headphones and a blindfold. And we're going to sit Zedd down, and Zedd will share whatever they empathically feel.
Got that stone behind you.
If you are here with us tonight, can you please connect with either me or Zedd? Zedd will share a message. If you feel anything, just let us know. Like
Yeah.
touch, emotion.
Mm-hmm. So, like, from the moment that we put the headphones on, I feel like I'm being, like, pushed. Like, this side of my body being pushed backwards to the point that it's, like, a conscious effort to have to, like, right myself and make sure I stay standing.
If you're with us tonight, please connect with Zedd or myself. Zedd is open to everything you are feeling.
Can one of you help me sit down for a second?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you feeling?
I'm okay. I just feel like I'm being like pushed still.
Okay.
I felt like I like needed to be smaller, if that makes sense.
Do you see that? Yeah, but so look, that's the tombstone. And it's only like occasionally there. There it is again.
I can see anything by that set right there, yeah.
I'm getting a lot of like confusion and like nervousness, but it's not my nervousness.
What do you see?
Right here. There's just like...
It could be a reflector right there. No?
I'm gonna go see.
No, I'd rather you be filming Zedd.
Okay.
I'll go and check it out.
Reflector.
Reflective grave. Reminds me of the,
Glowing tombstone.
the
Wow.
glowing grave. That was my first paranormal case.
Yeah.
It just reflected.
Is there anyone like over here compared to me?
No.
Okay.
If you are here in this peaceful park, you can let us know by touching the device there. It'll make those lights go off. I've twice seen a man in spirit beside this tree. Dark jacket, dark pants, white shirt, black tie of some sort. Very thin. We assumed there'd be stuck spirit here, but it's like this gentleman wants to stay here. Help me help them up. We're gonna make one more change.
You wanna grab the REM pod? I can get Zedd.
Okay. It's me?
I'm gonna move you, kid, alright?
Okay.
Alright, I'm here.
Hey.
It's okay. Hold up. Go ahead.
What touched my other arm on the way down?
Nothing.
Okay. I was like halfway down and something touched my arm like here, but on the other side.
And that time the REM pod did go off, yeah?
Yeah, at the same time the REM pod went off.
Okay.
Let me
you take that? No? Yeah? If you're here tonight, let your presence be known. You can speak with me. You can interact with Zedd. Or you can touch this beautiful light. I'll move Zedd to this location because I feel activity here. Twice I saw movement here. It looked like someone wrapped in a white sheet. I nearly laughed because I hardly ever see spirit that way. Gauzy.
I definitely kept looking back my shoulder when we were over there. Almost like someone's playing peekaboo behind a tree.
There are so many, I guess, abandoned graves, settler graves. Although it does appear that this place is being well kept. The figure I saw moved from right to left through here.
Now that we're over here, that sense of like needing to be smaller is back. When I sat down earlier, I felt like I was being pushed backwards. And then I felt like I needed to sit down because I needed to make myself physically smaller. And when I sat, it went away. But now that we're back here, it's like even just sitting isn't enough. It's that like feeling that makes you want to like curl into a ball. And I've been having that like welling up like you want to cry. And I keep getting this like it's too bright, it's too noisy.
Just a note that all these cars are now traveling through what used to be a quiet, remote cemetery.
And there's that street light.
And I want to remind people that Zedd can't see the lights and can't hear the car noise due to sensory deprivation. What would make that feeling go away?
I know like I get very like overwhelmed, like sensory overwhelmed sometimes, and usually like the solution is to do stuff like this, to like put myself in a dark room and like take away as much sound as I can. But like did you hear that? I heard like stepping and like crunching over there.
No one was moving.
Okay.
Put it that way, no one was moving.
Yeah, it's interesting that they use hearing as a description of the sense being activated
Just a bright light.
and noise.
pretty little spot and take away all the cars, all the sound.
Yeah. Who could ask for better?
I love this guy.
Used to be a sleepy little hill.
I'm getting like I'm hearing like intermittent like humming or like the sound you make when you're trying to say something and can't. You like can't get the words out. But in the same like spot that I was hearing the stepping. I feel like I just want to hide. Do people come here and do this a lot? Like do people come here to find to find spirit and to try to capture them a lot and like capture them on camera?
Yeah, sometimes.
I keep getting this sense of like wanting to be left alone.
Let's take that note.
Just leave him alone.
All right. Yes, people come here often.
Okay.
Okay. And yes, we'll take their note. How do you feel? Tired?
Yeah.
So one of the cool things about honing your skills is that sensory deprivation can be an excellent way to better utilize something that already exists as an ability. In Zedd's case, Zedd is an amazing empath. Zedd used plenty of words regarding emotions, and as we receive this message from Spirit, we're going to take our leave. Thank you.
Yeah. Like I was asking off camera, like, why the fuck is this called the Devil's
Just say
Corner?
it. Yeah.
Like, why is this called the Devil's Corner? It like, there's a very distinct vibe that like most places that are called like Devil's whatever have, and this did not have it. It very much gives me like people call it that to give it this spooky vibe, and so other people come and they're like, "Ooh, it's so scary out here," and they like try to do what we just did, but are super disrespectful about it. Is like the sense that I've been getting.
That's a real possibility.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely operate within a particular limit. You don't want to disturb anyone,
Yeah.
be they breather or on the other side.
Yeah.
One of the earliest things I noticed about Zedd as a kid is that no matter how how I felt or whatever, Zedd always knew what I was feeling, and it was a little bit disconcerting to have this little kid. Zedd's also a medium. Sometimes kids get spirits that we as adults don't understand are there. Even me as a medium, suddenly this kid's getting messages that I'm not receiving.